What's up, y'all? It's your girl Parole for kind of coming back to y'all with another read. Excuse me, ugh. What's up, y'all? Y'all still with me? Y'all know who it is. It's your girl Parole for kind of coming to y'all with another read. Give me just a second. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel. We're getting ready to get right into this one because this one is about a real life story. This is about a situation that happened in 2008, I believe, in London. Shout out to all of my people from the UK that are tuning in. Y'all have been asking for this reading, and I'm about to give it to you. What we talking about? We talking about this stinking asshole, Samantha Joseph. And if you fuck with her and you one of these bleeding hard ass motherfucking people that feel like, everybody deserves a second chance, I want you to understand that what if this was your family member? What if Shakilus Townsend was your son, your 15 years or 16-year-old son who had been stabbed to death because a little loose ass little girl, little fast ass 15-year-old girl set him the fuck up to be killed. That's exactly what happened in their situation. I'm trying to get some motherfucking notes up on this bitch because it is outlandish that this woman is not in jail after and I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I didn't know a lot about this story. I kind of heard it in passing. You get what I'm saying? I tried my damnedest to watch that movie. Shout out to all of the goddamn actors that's in that motherfucking movie, baby. But that movie, it was dragging. And this is not a review of the movie, but if you want to go watch the movie, it's called Honeytrap because she's known as the Honeytrap bitch. But yeah, that movie, it was dragging. I wanted them not to hurry up and get to the point, but it was a bunch of shit going on. I guess it had to give a backstory about this little fast bitch. And can y'all see that shit on there? I call myself trying to do my version of having red bottoms, but I did gold bottoms, but you can't see me because my camera's fucked up. Look like my damn nails dirty, but they ain't. I got gold flecks up under my nails. And yes, I did my own nails. Not that they're the best looking things, but I wanted to show them to you. I did this with eyeshadow. And I'm going to do it again. I'm going to change the polish on it. So the next time y'all see me post a video like tomorrow or some shit or whenever these posts or later on, whatever, y'all will probably see me with a different color polish on. If not, just look out for it, bitch, because it's coming. Anyway, let's get into what this funk asshole here did. Like I said, I didn't know a whole lot about her story. The most I learned about it was when my folk from the UK was getting in my comments like, yo, do this reading on this girl named Samantha Joseph. And I started doing research on her. And I was slowly doing it because I had found a couple social media pages that were not hers. And the person that sent me her actual social media page, first of all, shout out to you because either this bitch is a well, I know that she's a master manipulator. That's how she only served 10 years of a life sentence. But I don't know if this bitch is a psychopath or not. She got these like bum pages running around because she might feel like she a little bit famous. I don't know what the fuck it is, but it was a bunch of pages that I was seeing and it didn't seem like the shit was real. But the page that the person gave me recently was really her fucking social media. And I'm gonna put this bitch's picture of her social media up here real quick for y'all to see. This is her. She owns a art studio and shit. She's in Trinidad now. Remember, I told the girl who was asking about the reading, I said it in the comments, that the cards were pulling something about innocence, but there's a man at the core of it. Of course, there's a man at the core of it. Danny McLean, motherfucking Samantha's real boyfriend. She was just using poor Shan, but One of the guys is saying that he didn't know anything about. I don't think that it was a recent interview, but I found that interview. He was saying how he didn't know anything about a honey trap. He was just going to fight Shan because he had some past issue with him type shit. He trying to clear his conscience, because Shan is probably haunting the shit out of all of them, but which probably is. He's showing up with the visitation card, but this dude is looking for forgiveness. He's looking for forgiveness from the public because niggas is on that type of time. They like, we ain't never forgot. Okay? They ain't forgot that none of y'all did that shit to that boy. And it was fucked up that you did it. And you deserve every piece of hate that you're getting. But one of the boys, and I'm going to have to get, when I do further readings, I'm going to get their names. In these first 3 readings, y'all don't really expect me to have the names of the rest of them because the main motherfuckers is who we gonna talk about in this. But anyway, he's trying to give forgiveness because maybe he didn't know that that Danny was gonna kill him. His statement is that he thought that they were just gonna beat him up. He's just cool with running down on him because he said he had beef with him in the past, but for some reason he's being haunted. I don't know if it was because he could have stopped the shit or because he did the most damage because he the one that hit him with the fucking baseball bat. He's claiming that when they got a copy of the autopsy, I don't know why the fuck you needed a copy of it and you participated in doing some shit to this boy. But anyway, I mean, just people's fucking audacity is crazy. That's just like the motherfucker that killed my brother, Billy Raven, you piece of shit. Anyway, it's just like that motherfucker going to get a copy of the death certificate to prove, oh, see, I didn't shoot him. It says that somebody with a right hand shot him and I'm left-handed. It's some dumb shit like that. Like, get the fuck out of here, nigga. You still ran, you a bitch-ass nigga at the end of the day. So if Shan is stalking the fuck out of you in your dreams, haunting you, standing over you, you waking up wet in tears and crying and sweating and shit, you fucking deserve it, nigga. You fucking deserve it. You bitch ass niggas went along with this shit because y'all halfway wanted to fuck on Samantha Joseph too. Because she was a loose whore. I mean, at least at 15, 16 she was. The bitch, anyway. All of that, him going to seance to see, or going in seance or petitioning necromancists, people that speak to the dead, y'all, about trying to see if they can reach out to Shan to see if he can get forgiven for his role in it because he didn't really know about it. See, this is the shit that he's doing. And I can't say spiritually he shouldn't do that, but Shan ain't gonna forgive you, nigga. He ain't fucking with you. Y'all had an issue anyway, right? Y'all had an issue. See, this is just a group of people trying to manipulate the story or spin the story to their narrative now because Shan ain't here to defend himself. Shan is dead. He's been dead since 2008. They don't have to, defend anything, not defend anything. They don't have to motherfucking worry about him speaking up and telling his shit. But there are people that are pulling his energy still from beyond the grave. It's probably some UK readers. Shout out to y'all if y'all are in the comments or you run across my video. Add in what I need, okay? Add in what I'm missing, like the niggas' names and shit. Add that shit in because these bitch ass niggas deserve to be read and talked all about. And thank y'all for giving me this reading. I want to do more of these, so make sure y'all give me more real life readings so I can do them, okay? But anyway, he's showing up through a Ouija. Somebody's pulling his spirit, looking for forgiveness, probably trying to, pull on whatever he had going on so that they can live. People do that shit. We've been talking about Pelo Mayombe today, and I ain't finna say that's what she was into, but that bitch did something. But let's get into this whole backstory, okay? Let's get into her backstory before I mix the cards up. See, all of this has something to do with, I keep wanting to call her the wrong fucking name, and I'm not going to. Samantha Joseph has a backstory, and we're going to do her backstory, and then we're going to get off into everything else about her in the next reading. I got 3. This is just number 1. See, her backstory is usually the same bullshit with these type of girls that are hurt babes, as I call them. She come from a long legion of motherfucking ain't shit ass women, okay? a group of ain't shit ass women who are very, very male centered. Samantha was living with her grandparents, and according to the movie, her mother asked her, did she stay out of her granddaddy's way? So I'm assuming that Samantha was sent back to her mother, um, so because her granddaddy didn't want her there. Samantha was 15 years old, and I guess she was getting too grown for them, or the grandmother may have felt like, here's a grown woman in my house that he might be looking at, still choosing the side of a nigga, being very fucking male driven. That's where she's from. It showed her mother's interaction with men, and I'm talking about this motherfucking nigga happy ass bitch was running out the house after niggas, chasing niggas and shit, telling this girl, I can't afford to feed you, I can't afford to buy you no clothes. Like, she really left her out there on her own. So not only that, let me speak on that witchcraft. She comes from a group of women who have some backstory in witchcraft. I don't know exactly what it is. Y'all may think it's OBA. Let's say it's OBA, because they did all get the fuck out of trouble. So there's something there. That and apparently London's laws are shit. For real, for real. But she comes from a legion of bitches who knows how to do witchcraft, like, or at least some element of it. Her mama didn't sit down and teach her a motherfucking thing. Her mama didn't even want to be a motherfucking mother. But her behaviors, that shadiness within her, that sneaky bitch shit, that being caught up on that boy Danny McLean, being so boy driven, that come from within her family. She's from a family line of bitches who probably do vengeful magic and shit, But like I said, she's thinking that maybe if, after killing, I don't know, we going too far. She had to move. Okay, she had to leave. Her grandmama figured, like, she can change locations, go over there with her mama, She should remember enough about her motherfucking mama, even though she hasn't been living with her. I swear to God, niggas gonna nig no matter where the fuck y'all from, no matter what your motherfucking accent sound like. And that's exactly what her mama is, a nigger bitch. She a nigger bitch too. But anyway, her grandmama like, shit, it's time for you to go home. You ain't my child. My husband might be looking at you, and I ain't finna have my husband getting accused of some shit that he's probably thinking about anyway, thinking about raping his own fucking granddaughter. And I'm saying that allegedly because there was a reason her grandmother rushed her out the fucking house. Now, I didn't like about the movie that they were trying to angelicize her, trying to make it look like she was so innocent, and she got sent to her mama wearing these raggedy ass clothes and shit, like, oh, poor girl, da 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 da. She was already wild the fuck out, okay? She wasn't no virgin, none of that shit that they tried to portray in that fucking movie. This bitch was crazy anyway. Remember, she's just like her mother, okay? And she's seeing her mother actively doing this bullshit in front of her, so of course she's doing that. She couldn't take care of herself though. Her mama done already said, I can't afford to feed you or clothe you. So basically, this little girl is doing anything to survive. Her mama told her she needed to pull her weight, so she's got to figure out a way to bring some money in, which starts her manipulation. Okay? Again, she comes from a line of bitches, of hurt bitches. Bitches that motherfucking prioritize men and men's money and what they have to give over being a good person. Like I said, her mama didn't want to be no motherfucking mama. Her mama is a completely hedonistic person if she's still alive. I bet you the bitch single too. While she was pushing her daughter away for a nigga that didn't even want her, that was cheating on her, whatever the fuck the nigga was doing. But anyway, her mama didn't want to be no motherfucking mama. She was like, nah. She was pissed off when she had to move her ass back up there with her. She did everything to avoid taking care of that girl. Again, being a complete hedonist. Whatever it was that Samantha needed, she was not concerned with. She was basically like, bitch, you 15. Do what you got to do. And that's exactly what Samantha was doing, Let me find this card because this is where I feel like Palo might play in this, because the girl was so obsessed with Beyonce. The bitch was chanting to a picture of Beyonce. I wish I could use the clip. Let me see if I can find that clip. Hold on.
gonna be okay, isn't it, B?
Okay. So anyway, y'all see that? This bitch praying to Beyonce and shit. So here she is marveling over beautiful women, if you will, with the Nine of Cups showing up. I mean, the Queen of Cups showing up, excuse me. She's praying to this woman's picture and talking about it's going to be okay and praying to be beautiful and shit like that. She's quite average looking to me. She's very, very average looking to me. Them being ape shit over her had to do with the fact that they were colorists themselves. And I want to say this to the UK. Just say shit about black America. Because that colorism is why the fuck this shit happened to him too. Because I feel like, and I could be wrong, I feel like he wanted to get somebody that looked so much different than his mother. He fell for her bullshit. And that happens, y'all. That's why you have to preach self-love to your fucking sons so they won't fall for a snake bitch, because that's exactly what he did. He telling his mama that he's so in love with this girl that he wants to marry her because he feels like she's innocent, but she a motherfucking snake, baby. Now, who the innocent party was Shakilus Townsend, excuse me. The guy that was killed, the little boy that was killed, the 16-year-old boy that this bitch, Samantha Joseph, set up with this bitch-ass nigga, Danny motherfucking McLean, these motherfuckers. Anyway, Shan was the only innocent party in this. This bitch was literally the fucking devil, okay? Remember this, y'all. I told y'all that she was from a long line of hurt bitches who worshiped prettiness and men and was men-focused and men-centered. That's all she was. That's all she was, honey. She's a snake, okay? He served a purpose in her reality. Oh, my damn leg itching. He served a purpose in her fucking reality. That purpose in her motherfucking reality was to provide her with all of the things that she could. You know, she's already possibly potentially being objectified by that other boy. Oh no, she wasn't being objectified by the other boy, excuse me. Danny wasn't showing her no love. He giving her that thug love. You know, them niggas call you bro and shit. Probably had her ass sitting in the back seat when they steal a car, you know, showing more attention to his homeboys than he does her. But here's Shan, who shows up like, you know, in love with her, feeling like she's the object of his motherfucking affections, you know. So she took advantage of that. The dirty bitch decided to use him. He served a purpose. What purpose did he serve? He did all of the things that her man wouldn't do. Literally. Bought her shit, showed her love, you know, kicked it with her. He didn't even kiss on her and fuck on her or no shit. He was literally her fucking friend. Well, he probably wanted her a little bit, you know, not even a little bit, a lot. He was in love with her. He wanted her, but she playing games, you know. She playing back and forth between the two of them. She fucking on motherfucking Danny and getting shit from motherfucking like gifts and shit from Shan. Probably getting money from Shan and taking it right the fuck back and giving it to Danny. You know, dumb shit like that. Basically, Danny was her fucking pimp. If you want to be realistic about the situation, because she was only doing shit to him and for him at the behest of Danny. Or she only did the shit because Danny told her to. So, in order for her to, you know, stay connected to Danny's punk ass, Danny's stupid tight-eyed, the nigga eyes sit so goddamn close on his fucking head. Like, I'm telling y'all, don't fuck with no motherfuckers that got these strange facial fucking features. They be the death of you, okay? But anyway, in order to stay in good graces with motherfucking Danny's bitch ass, Samantha, make sure, you know, let me do what I gotta do to be with him. She decides to martyr poor Shan. And remember, poor Shan, before y'all call that boy a sucker, a stupid, a da-da-da, he was a fucking kid, okay? This is why fathers are fucking needed in the family. I didn't see anything about his father be mentioned, and I'm not shitting on men or nothing, but this is why his daddy should have been present in his life, and this is why y'all better stay present in your sons' lives, because it's a stankin' ass bitch like motherfucking Samantha Joseph waiting for them, okay? She was waiting to devour somebody, and that's what she did. And I feel like this bitch came up with this idea on her own and maybe presented it, you know, because again, that movie tried to angelicize her, and some of the people in the comments are angelicizing her. Oh, she didn't know he was a gang member. That bitch was aware of what the fuck was going on, okay? She knew what the fuck was going on. Do you hear me? Okay, she was conscientious enough to know that her boyfriend was going to motherfucking do something harmful to this boy, okay? Even if she didn't know directly at the moment that he would kill Shan, but she knew that the nigga didn't like him. She knew that. She knew that it was an issue anyway. Why does she keep on doing this shit? Why does she even play with this guy like this? Because she a piece of shit. I don't give a fuck what them new comments. Oh, you can't live in your past. I don't give a fuck what they telling her. Bitch, you deserve to carry all of the guilt that you carrying. Anyway, she knew what was going on. At first, I was finna say, maybe she didn't know that they were gonna kill him. Yes, she did. That bitch was all the way aware. She was with the shits, okay? And the bitch was like, they're saying that she didn't kiss on them, but I mean, the bitch was playing back and forth in some kind of way. The bitch was giving up some awesome jawsome or something. She was juggling balls or something. She was definitely fucking Danny, but they're trying to allude to her not fucking Shakilus, and I don't believe that that's true. I think that she was fucking on both of them. And just for the sake of not trying to make it look like a whore caused her to cause this boy's death, but they're using the term, she led him to his death instead of this bitch was the direct cause. Like, tell the fucking truth and shame the motherfucking devil. That's why this funky bitch is over in Trinidad over here pretending like this shit didn't happen. Because nobody's holding this hoe accountable. Because she's pretty. Because she looks different than the brown and dark skinned girls that live in London who have the kinky hair. You know, the queens. You know them. Yeah, she's brown skinned, but she looks different. Did y'all hear the bitch? I didn't sound like Rihanna. No, you don't. No, you don't, bitch. You sound like a murderer. Anyway, she knew. And she knew by putting competition, or at least she thought by putting competition between these two boys, she would be able to get what it is that she wanted. What did she want? She wanted motherfucking Danny to pay her some attention and love on her the way that Shan was, but he wasn't. It was a disconnect because on top of all of that, Shan was playing, I mean, not Shan, motherfucking Danny was playing her too. Shit, he had other bitches too. He the head of the motherfucking gang leader, the gang fucking leader. Of course he got other hoes. This bitch just thought that she was an anomaly. Because again, the girls that she was around looked different than her. And she felt, you know how these bitches do, y'all. They stick their chests out when they, my hair's straight. My edges are baby hairs. They fall easily. I don't have to mow them down. You know, one of these bitches, you know, because the girls around them got kinky hair and they wearing their motherfucking Afro puffs and they box braids. They doing the black thing. You know, they being us. No, y'all say, girl, how dare you sitting there with that wig on your head? But girl, let me cook, okay? Because I ain't killed the motherfucker. This snaking bitch did. Stick on her, okay? Stay focused on this bitch. Stop getting off the subject. This is wrong now. Y'all letting this bitch off the fucking hook by paying attention to everything else. That's what she wants y'all to do. That's what her witchcraft doing, making you pay attention to everything else. Pay attention, bitch. We got 2 more readings to get through. Pay attention so you won't have to catch up. Slow hoe. Anyway, she knew what she was doing. She knew what she was fucking doing. But the problem is there was a disconnect between her and Danny. Danny wasn't showing her no love. She was literally available ass for this man. Had he had somebody else that was willing to deal with him, because he looked like he didn't change his underwear and shit, I think he would have fucked. He would have not fucked with her. You know? So, because she loved him, but there was a disconnect, she decided to maybe put this shit between them and maybe make it appear like he was fucking with her. It's like she's being real sneaky. She was trying to, I'm going to make the guy jealous. Her mama probably taught her that dumb shit, you know. It's coming from somewhere, you know. It's coming from a bad place somewhere. Somebody told her or has been living there, this is the correct thing to do. Let me make these boys fight over me type shit. And she might have seen it in some motherfucking movies, because the bitch again was obsessed with movies. Okay, told y'all she was praying to Beyonce's photo. She prayed to be beautiful and sought after like these women, these R&B bitches, you know, shit like that. This is what she wanted to be desired. So she took it as an opportunity, you know, knowing that she was nothing but a piece of shit. She took Shan as an opportunity, excuse me. Everything that he was nothing but to provide some more shit to her. And like I said, this bitch was fucking around with both of them, y'all. Hell no. They straight tried to put it like she wasn't being a whore, like you didn't smell whore every time this bitch came around. But that's exactly what she was doing. And before y'all be like, oh, she was just 15. This ain't no regular 15-year-old. This hoe was fucking on two niggas, and because the other one was finna find out that she was being a slut, she decided to lie. Okay? I don't know what kind of lie she told that nigga, but it wasn't no big lie because he wanted to do something to him anyway, being possessive over the bitch, feeling like she was his and he's the only one that should have access to her, the only one that can touch her, all of that type of stupid shit, you know. But she thought that was love because that's what her motherfucking mama had been showing her. It's probably what she had been seeing. I do not doubt that her granddaddy was probably down there whooping her motherfucking grandmama ass too. So she's used to this type of shit. She thinks that this is love. The little musty bastard, Danny, was probably whooping on her ass too, and she thinking, oh, he loves me so much. You know how the dumb bitches do. Nigga kick her ass, she think that's cool, you know. Made her feel important because she had the privilege, you know. I can't stand a motherfucking bitch that don't know herself as a woman, because what the bitch will do is she'll feel privileged to be fucking around with this piece of shit ass nigga, just like Samantha. This is what this is. She felt privileged to be in this gang member's fucking company, and I'm not saying that like that because I got a gang member pass, but I wasn't never no damn fool for no motherfucking niggas. I knew what the fuck they was on. So because at first he showed her a little attention, you know, probably fucked her at that video shoot for real. That's what they're leaving out in that movie, but that's the energy she gives because he showing her a little bit of attention because, you know, her mama's boyfriend made fun of her clothes, and in reality, because y'all was trying to PC that movie, I know what y'all was trying to do. He probably was really making fun of her body, calling her undeveloped and all of that. And here is Danny, however, accepting her as she is, you know, showing her a little bit of attention so he can fuck. You know how these niggas do, you know. Making her believe that her personality is what lights up his room. So therefore, she's falling more and more in love with this nigga, feeling like he's the reason why she's beautiful. He's the reason why she's whatever it is that she's becoming. I owe him everything. He allows me to be myself. Hell, she was almost addicted, or it's not almost, she is addicted to this nigga, because in her cards, her other reading, it indicated that the bitch still longs and thinks about this nigga because she painted pictures, and I'm gonna show y'all definitely in that other reading where this bitch is painting pictures of all of the people that she was around back then. That's how I want to let y'all know too. She's not at no point of peace. I don't give a fuck what kind of fake smile she giving. No, she ain't. Anyway, let's get into some more cards with her. You know, she hanging out with these motherfuckers and shit. And like I told y'all in the beginning of the reading, they're all trying to run on this whole narrative now because Shan is dead, and probably some of the people that was around then are dead too. Y'all know the motherfucking pandemic came through and just cleaned house, sucked niggas all up off this motherfucking earth. But they're running with this narrative. They're trying to change the narrative to make it look like they didn't mean for things to go this far. They didn't mean for him to die. They were just there as friends to, you know, fight him, you know. Things just went a little bit too far and he passed away from his injuries, and that's exactly what he did. They beat him to death. Danny's bitch ass stuck the knife in him and twisted it so it could make his liver bleed. He meant to motherfucking kill him. He didn't just stick him. He twisted the knife when he was putting it in. Like he put that motherfucker up there so y'all can see it. He went in that motherfucker like he was opening a motherfucking key in a motherfucking lock. He was sticking a key in a goddamn lock. Twist that motherfucker in that baby's stomach and killed him. Danny had all motherfucking intent on going over there to kill him. Now, this is where the shit becomes interesting. While the other 5 may not have known that Danny was going to stab him to death, they truly went there to try to beat him to, not beat him to death, but beat him up really badly. And they beat him to the point of knowing that he couldn't defend himself. They knew 6 against 1. Ain't no way he can defend himself with these motherfuckers. He's a small dude and shit, you know. They made sure that he couldn't defend himself. Got him in a corner, backed him down in a corner. This bitch Samantha led him to that, okay? Led him to that corner so that they could jump him. And then Danny comes in, stabs him in the stomach, causes his liver to collapse. While they walking away from the crime scene, because this bitch is so obsessed with this motherfucker, because she's not in love. That's obsession. Anytime a motherfucker can convince you to take another motherfucker's life simply because that motherfucker looked at your strange motherfucker Miss Piggy looking ass, because this bitch do look like Miss Piggy. She ain't got a big ass nose, but that big old ass face. Is this bitch a cancer? Some cancers had that big moon ass head, and she got that motherfucker. Anyway, this bitch so obsessed with this Danny nigga, she feels like, oh, I'll do anything. He gassing up, walking down the street. You're my bitch. You're my bitch. You know, I know I sound a little bit, off. That ain't how people from fucking London fucking sound. I'm just trying to imitate this raglan ass couple of motherfuckers here, because that boy absolutely did not have to die. Bitch, you could have left him alone. You could have went on with your piece of shit, okay? But because her ass was out here stealing and doing every motherfucking thing else, I guess she had to get some way to get something, because she was going to eventually get caught stealing. But yeah, this bitch, he gassing her ass up. You my bitch. Thank you. You did that shit. You did that shit. Feeding that toxic energy. This is also not just addiction. This is toxic energy. Addicted to anger. Addicted to winning. Sorry, yeah, the video stopped. Anyway, addicted to power. He knew that this bitch was obsessed with him. He knew that he could get her to do any motherfucking thing that he needed her to do. And that's exactly what he did. Got her to set that man up. I feel like he set him up because he was ugly. Y'all like, that's real trivial. But baby, motherfuckers' jealousy is real trivial. And theirs is no difference. He had expectations for this bitch going into this situation. He felt like, if you love me, you'll do it. And again, her being the stupid bitch obsessed with him that she is, she did it. Made a promise to lead him to that fucking corner or wherever that was, like the back behind an apartment building, so that they could fight. She knew that. That's what I'm saying. She knew more. Samantha knew more about the situation than what she's leading on. She knew the dude that is now trying to prove his innocence in the situation, saying that he didn't know that they were going to kill him. But nigga, what you show up with a bat for? You must can't scrap niggas that can't scrap do shit like that. That ain't gangster. You a bitch ass nigga. You supposed to throw hands if you got that type of issue with him. Got y'all move differently in the UK. Anyway, this motherfucker knew that there was drama and shit between the two of them, so she go and she cooked the story up. She makes sure that she let Danny, if you will, know what she knew about what was going on between the two of the other of them. And it's probably a bunch of shit with the rest of them too, probably beefing over motherfucking hoods, or what y'all call them over there, I don't know. I'm gonna just say they was maybe beefing over hoods. This might be some old hood beef shit. Okay? Samantha knew that. She knew that there was an issue between them. And because Danny wanted her to continue to prove her loyalty to him, because he kind of felt that she was fucking on both of them, he expected her to set him up or help him set them up or help them set him up, and she did. She made the promise to do that shit, and she did it. Thinking that, oh, now we're going to live happily ever after. The delusional bitch theory. And delusional shit that she had going through her motherfucking head, thinking that, oh, we're going to be okay. We're going to fall in love and you dumb bitch. No, you're not. Like I said, his family ain't really receiving no justice simply because they only served between 10 and 13 years collectively. She served 10, and I think the rest of them served 13, maybe 14 years, but nobody served a life sentence. And that shit bothering his mother. I was wondering who it was that was coming up underneath the hardship card, because, she can't fucking believe it. These people done got off for killing her son. I pray blessings in that woman's path, because she deserves better than this. But anyway, this bitch, let's talk about Samantha some more. Samantha motherfucking ass is scared. So she had to make sure that she changed what it was that she is. Ooh, I thought I wasn't recording. I was going to say, bitch, I done said all this shit and ain't recording. Anyway, she figured That's why she wasn't against being deported after, doing her little jail sentence, because she figured if I change locations, I can change my narrative. I can rewrite the story. I ain't got to be the villain in this story. The people in Trinidad don't pretty much know about what she got going on. So, of course, she is attempting to change people's perception of her, or giving a different perception of her. She's going by her full name, and she's this, not religious, but she's assumed this motherfucking wind spirit energy, and she's so free, and I've grown, and I'm so in tune with the universe now. See, this the shit she's giving up now, but it's all a facade. It's bullshit. It's all because she's scared. Again, she feels like she can be at home and be famous for something else. Her crimes can be invisible to the people that are in Trinidad, because in the here and now, they don't know shit about it. The only limelight that she's known for is that motherfucking art studio. I'm not gonna lie and say the bitch ain't got no skills. If she can paint and shit, the bitch gets down, but I wouldn't buy a motherfucking toothpick from that raggedy bitch. Anyway, like I said, you ain't got to worry about certain shit. Although she's left and departed and feels like she's putting distance between the shit that she's done and the pain that she's caused with these other 6 assholes, that karma wheel is spinning for her. A lot of y'all were concerned, when is she ever going to get her karma? She's living her best life. Baby, now, okay? Y'all might not see it, but this hoe is really, really, really embarrassed about that past. She's really trying to keep that shit hidden. And when people find out about it, she starts lying about it. She starts switching the narrative, even going to the extent of probably saying that he attacked her or some bullshit, and she couldn't really say that. Like, she gives up a real sob story. But she's getting ready to start running into some conflicts, because people are digging her past up, okay? She's being exposed, or she's going to be exposed for the liar that she is. And she won't be able to outrun what she's done for too much longer, because people are getting ready to really expose the shit out of her. And this is no more than her motherfucking karma, okay? Everybody receives their fucking karma. Don't think that she's gotten away. All that happy shit she's got going on, that's getting ready to stop. That's getting ready to stop. Stay tuned, y'all. Let's do part 2. All right.
Price, did you get found guilty for the murder of the victim?
Basically, it comes down to like, raw, it's a murder conviction, but when you see certain paperwork and it's joint enterprise, isn't it? Obviously, joint enterprise is basically where me and you go to do something, you're the main guy that does something. The judge leaves it to the jury and it steps a verdict for the jury to consider if I had the same intentions of you. Obviously, my case is a bit different. Like, a lot of cases are a bit different when it comes to murder cases, because a lot of people just deny it, full stop. In my case, obviously, my Cody that done the actual fatal injury admitted to committing the fatal injury. Just like I admitted to hitting my man with a baseball bat, you get me? Because my intention wasn't there to kill him, it was to cause harm. Because obviously I got a baseball bat, I know by hitting someone with a baseball bat, you're gonna cause some sort of harm. You get what I'm trying to say? But where joint enterprise comes into it now is, if the jury think that I had the same intentions as the person that wanted to kill him, then they can find me guilty of that same thing. So what they do is they put manslaughter in your indictment. I originally got arrested for murder, but during trial, they'll put manslaughter in your indictment. Obviously, manslaughter is that, the step down from murder with no intention.
Feel the sacred glow in the realm of the real. Let a power flow.